40, 50 years ago, when I looked like this and lived like this, I witnessed something very different than what has been suggested by the curse that is destroying Judge Kavanaugh. While I have no way of knowing with absolute certainty whether he did or did not act as accused, I do know for sure that men are not solely responsible for sexual impropriety. When I was young, girls not uncommonly bought the tightest pair of jeans they could find, soaked themselves in water, laid out in the sun till the jeans were tighter than skin, put on a flimsy shirt they called an opportunity blouse, no bra, and went out wiggling themselves like fishing lures in front of guys. They acted as if it was funny when a male rubbernecked to stare at them. I talked to ones I knew about that. They admitted being image-conscious. They wanted to know that they were admired and worthy of being pursued. Some of them were so concerned about that over the decades that they had facelifts, breast and butt enhancements, liposuction, botulinum toxin injections, and so forth. Apparently most women don't understand the effect that all their antics have on men. Males have many times as much testosterone in their bodies as women do, and that hormone promotes aggression as well as sexual arousal. Women who are having sex change operations get injections of testosterone to add male characteristics, and they've reported bouts of rage beyond anything they ever felt before. While some men have lots of self-control, others have little or none. So, a female who dolls up to attract a desirable male with self-control is likely to be seen by dozens of other males who may have little or no self-control at all and who crave what they see. Then, the abused woman says that rape has nothing to do with sex. It's all about power and control, she says, for more than one reason. First, while being raped, she is obviously powerless. She's lost control of her own fate to a stronger, more aggressive male who has to use his greater power to control her, so he can get what he really wants: sex. Second, the rape victim can't imagine giving up the typical female behaviors that motivate aggressive males to aggress. Third, the female victim is in denial, which is a defense mechanism that sometimes enables people to go on enjoying the very thing that endangers themselves. After I found out how much suffering resulted from responding to females' intentional or inadvertent seductive behavior, I opted for celibacy. It was then that I found out that a lot of women didn't like being ignored by a man to whom they felt attracted. Some of them would go to greater and greater extremes to stimulate an attractive but inattentive male. It has been during the last 32 years, during which I have not dated even once, that it became very obvious how suggestive some females will become to attract a male that they crave. When they succeed in getting a guy by giving up some part of themselves, but the guy just wanders off with someone else, some women become vindictive, even vengeful. It's time for women to realize that they're also responsible for their own suffering, because if they persist in baiting men as they do, conditions will only get worse. And even if they do become more reasonable, less stimulating, it will take generations for conditions to improve, because women have used their bodies to drown the world in smut that motivates men to want to actually experience what they endlessly only observe on TV, in the movies, and from a distance.